Here's a question. Does a first impression last the longest? Well, experience shows us that first impressions really do matter. From everyday life and basic interactions to important meetings, your image really speaks volumes about you before you even say a word. And joining us to help us understand all of this and how it will help work for you, personal stylist Jill Marinelli joins us now to talk about some of the reasons why image does matter. Let's talk a little bit about just that itself, about your image and the first impression you make.
Well, I think most people are clear on the whole idea that, when you're going for a big job interview, you want to look your best.
Right.
But what I say is, why not look your best at the grocery store? And that's not to say, go over the top with it, but to look your best. So there's been some studies done at Harvard University that say within 2 seconds, people make judgments about us. Social psychologists have also done research that show that we make up to 10 judgments about someone immediately upon meeting them.
Okay.
And the interesting thing is that these judgments that we make, they last. So even if later you're like, oh, no, I'm a really put-together person, I really look well, that first impression that people had of you is what they have in their mind.
All right, so I am guilty of this completely. You dress up for work, right? And then after work is over, you go to the soccer game with the kids, and I'm in total schlep mode with, like, the baseball hat and whatever. But you're saying that even us soccer moms can really try a little harder, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, not to say that you should be over the top and overdressed for that soccer game, but there are ways that you can look neat and put together and yourself without being schlumpy.
All right, let's first talk about cleaning out the closet and what you need to do to make sure you can get to that image that you want.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, I think that the easiest way to be able to look put together is kind of the planning ahead. It's not so much what you do that morning of, but planning ahead. And so one of the things I recommend is that everyone clean out their closet. And what I mean by that is to go through everything, only keep the things that are fitting and flattering you. So when you go to get dressed in the morning, everything in there is something that works for you instead of having to rifle through all the clothes you don't wear, the too small, too big, aren't in style anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, and what about developing a uniform? What do you mean by that?
So this is my trick for moms.
Okay.
Particularly soccer mom, stay-at-home moms. Come up with a uniform, and my uniform is jeans and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
So you can modify this in a lot of different ways. So if you do like a darker wash jean and a nice t-shirt, throw on a statement necklace, and you're really put together, but you can take off that necklace and be with your kids at the same time.
Right.
So if you kind of think about things as a uniform, switch out the jeans with a denim skirt, everything begins to match everything. It's really easy to put together, but it can also look fashionable.
Okay, and good advice to everybody, whether it's soccer field, job interview, whatever, is to be yourself. But how do we do that and still follow the trends too without going crazy?
Well, what I have my clients do when I work with them is I have them kind of create like an inspiration board. So I have them go through the latest magazines and pull what speaks to them.
Okay.
Regardless of the trends, regardless of what Vogue tells you is in or out, pull what you're attracted to.
Gotcha.
And then create your style around that so that you are expressing yourself authentically and people get to know a little bit about you when they see you for that first time.
All right, great tips as always, and we will let our viewers know. For more tips from Jill, you can subscribe to her newsletters. They're fabulous, and we have a link on our website. You can find out the info at foxprovidence.com.